It's late April, and if you planted your garlic around about late November and you live in a warmer climate like I do in California, what should it look like right now? Let's take a look. Now, a quick recap. I planted 5 different varieties this year. 4 of them were softneck varieties, the Inchelium Red, the California Late and Early varieties, and the Christopher Ranch Costco variety. And I also planted 1 hardneck variety because softnecks tend to grow better in my Northern California climate. And the hardneck variety that I planted was Music, which was from saved garlic seed from last year, and they're growing actually quite well. But let me show you in general how they're doing. Some are doing better than others. Now, when I said garlic seed, I actually meant seed garlic, which is the cloves that I had saved last year. This is the Music variety, and it is producing garlic scapes, which are so delicious. And frankly, the main reason why I grow hardneck varieties is because they produce the scapes. I already harvested all my scapes and enjoyed them, but I missed a few here and there, so I'll be harvesting those as well. Now, this here is the Inchelium Red. I've got 5 beds of garlic, and I treated them all the same way. I cover cropped all the beds, and then I chopped down the cover crop and I planted garlic. And the Inchelium Red is doing really well. In fact, you can see that it is thicker than my finger, and I will probably let this go, I'm thinking, till around end of May and harvest it then. Now, these 2 beds have my Costco Christopher Ranch garlic, and they're both doing quite nicely. This one I did a chop and drop of my cover crops. This one I actually yanked out the cover crops, and this is the first month that I'm actually seeing an almost distinct difference between the two. The garlic in this bed is a little bit taller than the garlic in this bed. So chop and drop seems to be winning so far, and the garlic itself, again, a little thicker than my finger. So hoping for a good harvest, again, round about end of May. And now for the ones that are not performing well for me. This is the California Late White, and it's doing okay. It's sitting next to the Music. You can see that the Music garlic, nice and thick. The California Late White, it's looking a little bit like it's lagging. And this is the one that's performing the worst. This is the California Early White. And I'm actually going to pull up one of them because you can see they're actually starting to fall down. Now, garlic, you want to harvest them when the leaves are about 50% yellow. Unlike onions, where you want to wait till they're almost all yellowed out, with garlic you want to go with 50%. But I don't think these are going to do anything for me. They are falling on their sides, and I think they're done with growing. So let's pull one out and let's take a look. So first off, I've treated all of these beds the same way. I frankly added fertilizer just once during the growing season, but other than that, it's just relying on the nutrition that the cover crops had provided. And I'm keeping them well watered. I've got irrigation tubing, and the soil is consistently moist, which is good. I've got a few other crops growing, perennials that I didn't want to pull out, like these artichokes, and they're growing in every single bed. And the peas seem to be doing okay, and the Egyptian walking onion is doing beautifully. So I don't think there's any problem with the fertility of the bed, but the garlic is still not doing well. Let's try to pull out this one. In fact, if you look up close, it looks like it's even getting damaged. Maybe that's part of the reason, or maybe it's getting eaten by roly-polies. Yeah, in fact, I can see roly-polies here. So let's dig this one out and see what it looks like. Let's see what mine looks like in California. I'm not sure what to make of this. So the cloves have split, and I don't think that's a good sign. It's not going to store well. Let's pull out another. So this one lying on its side too, not looking terribly healthy. Pretty small, and again, not unexpected. The clove size is actually not too bad, but the entire bulb itself is pretty tiny. So I'm disappointed with California Early White. It says that it grows well in home gardens, but obviously not in mine. I probably won't grow this again next year. And I think variety of garlic is important. Obviously, the Inchelium Red is doing really well. I don't want to pull any of them out because none of them look ready at all. It's all fully green and still growing. But we'll check on that in about a month or two. I'm going to leave these garlic stems here in the gazebo to cure for a few days. I'm still proud of them. They did their best in spite of whatever odds they faced, so I'm definitely going to enjoy them.